wrestling, this is a wrestling stance here, and both toes point forward, like you're on skis. But in CSD, JKD, boxing, it doesn't matter. You're usually at a 45-degree angle or a 30-degree angle, and it's like this. See that? The reason why is because it's the footwork. See, I can kind of hop around a little bit and do that because of the way the footwork is. If I'm just forward here, it's great for wrestling, but it kind of sucks for striking and kick defenses. This, on the other hand, is not, because I can move around a little bit more. So, and it's the footwork. That's why.
Okay.
So this is a vertical fist punch. And then you want to start off really basic, right? So, what you want to do is you want to get in the habit of tilting your wrist up. Now, this is a natural position for the wrist. It's very stable. So you're decreasing your chance of doing any damage to your wrist by punching vertically instead of this way or this way. That's good to start in a stance. You don't have to, but so a good kind of a position is like this, real relaxed. You want to keep one hand kind of close, so it's not all that different than when we're grappling, but you want to kind of keep it like this, like that, not too far extended, but like that. And you don't even have to keep your hands closed. You can keep them like this, because the whole idea is when you're going to punch, you're going to snap your fingers together right before impact. It creates this snapping effect when you hit. The whole power is I'm launching off from the ball of my foot. See that? Twisting my hips and launching straight from my shoulder. That's the whole mechanic. That's you're putting your whole body into it. That's how you can get away with generating a lot of power from your lead arm and not having to use your rear arm. Because if you use your rear one, I'm going to see it. It's telegraphed. Because the whole idea behind this, the whole idea is so that you don't see it. Because I'm traveling on a straight line. That's the whole idea. It's really hard, especially best for eye level. So, boom, like that. And you're not supposed to, you're not traveling too far. That's the whole idea. We could be squared off, right? I could still probably get that jab in. See that? But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do just the arm, okay? And all I'm doing is snapping, and I'm doing that, just that little motion. Now, I start throwing whole body into it. See that? And the big deal is an impact right before. Just that little bit.
So what's the whole thing when people do, they teach striking and they tell you to pretend that your target's a little bit further away so that you can follow through?
Penetration. This is why, and this is from Wing Chun, this is Chinese. If I'm just hitting and aiming the surface here, see that? Okay, I'm doing okay. But if I'm picturing hitting the back of his hand, I get more penetration that way. That's the Chinese principle. Boxing is no different. So if I'm targeting for the front, I'm not really targeting for this. I'm targeting his backbone. I'm really wanting to go through. When I do that, shitloads of power.
If you're jumping from rooftop to rooftop, do you want to jump further, or do you want to jump just for that ledge?
My hips are actually kind of moving first. Boom, and then it launches off. So it's like, think of a garden hose. When you turn the garden hose on, you turn it full blast, and it goes whoosh, like this. Same concept. And not to diss the traditionalists, but there's a lot of waste of motion here. See, this is how they teach you to punch in karate. They teach you to block like this. So and this hand goes chamber on the hip. The reason why is because the theory is that you're going to generate that much more power because it's coming from way back here. And it's a good theory, but again, you can see it. You can see it coming a mile away. And all you're doing is doing that simple little parry. That's it.
One. So just like you're doing any type of sit-up or crunch or any type of hip twist or anything like that, you're going to be turning to get the good, solid movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do that. You're here. Turn your hip. Okay. Now, do it twice. 1, 2, and then runner stance. Okay. So now, get your head. Okay. Now what this will do, right here, is go. I've got my 1, 2. So then, 2 jab knockout. And this, I mean, so weak. Okay. Right in the middle of it. Okay. So whenever I do this, you know, that's what jabs are for. He's out of my damage zone. I'm tricking him into my damage zone. Follow me? Thing is, with your elbows, you want to throw your hips into it. So get used to doing this.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about earlier.
That way, when you're coming in with the side, okay, I'm taking the side of the head here, okay. So if I'm in the clinch and I've got the back of his head, I'm coming in. Now look at my runner stance, okay.
The concept when you're talking about with the pulling the back of the head here, we call it sandwiching. In Kaji Kimbo or Kimbo, it's called sandwiching. And what you're doing is the opposite is hitting like this. And the whole idea is when you're doing that, boom, is it increases the force. So you do the same thing with the head, the back of the head, boom, and straight up like this. That's the whole idea behind that. It's like boom. Now imagine how much damage it does.
Hold on, jab, jab. Because what this is okay. This right now, this is his head,
Right.
okay, and we're mixing it up, okay. And once I jab him, he's going to get too close, just as if we're striking, and then he comes in. I'm looking to underhook him, and then bring my elbow across immediately. Okay, I'm looking jab, jab, and he goes in for the clinch. He's not liking my jab, and then sorry.
No.
And then I'm coming in and trying to do as much short damage as possible. Okay, even if I hit him right here, whatever, these still hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, the jab, underhook. Okay, runner's post. It matters. 12, 1, 11. When you strike, go center me here, straight out. When you strike, okay, and your target is at 12, okay, the best thing you can do is instead of sitting here trying to strike, okay, you're going to go to 11 or 1. 11, okay, or 1. That way I'm going off to one of his sides, and first off, whenever your opponent has, you know, they're striking, okay, whenever you go and do this, and you go off to 11, you're likely going to dunk a strike too. So as he's striking in, and I go to 11, I'm hitting, see what I mean? And his strike is going over. That's my goal. Like my goal is to deflect his strike out, okay? So what I'm going to do is block midsection. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, I'll see how I step to 11 to do it. He's at 12. That's where the punch hit.